In this video, I'll teach you how to mix audio in Adobe Premiere Pro. I'll show you how to level all the different sounds in your videos to get the best quality and experience in any of your projects. Hi, this is Alex from MASV, the fastest and safest way to deliver all your large video and audio files online. Sign up with MASV for free to deliver all of these large files anywhere you want. I'll leave you the link in the description box below. Go and check it out. Okay, so what is audio mixing? When you mix your audio, it means you're balancing the volumes and quality of your voiceover, dialogue, music, sound effects, or any other audio file using your project to make a cohesive audio track that just sounds good when played. Each one of the audio files that you import and edit into your project will have different volumes and qualities, so it's necessary to balance out the levels in post-production. There are many different ways to do this and make your audio sound better. I'm going to show you some of the effects I use with some tips to master audio mixing in Adobe Premiere Pro. Alright, I have this project here we're going to use as an example. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Learn how to create your own digital cinema package right now. On the first audio track, I have the voiceover or dialogue. On the second one, the music. And on the third one and below, the sound effects. You can rename the tracks by right-clicking on each one of them and selecting Rename. I'm going to go to this Grange icon, the timeline display settings, to make sure the audio wavelengths and keyframes are activated in the timeline so we can see them. Yep, all good. Sweet! Let's go to Window, Workspaces, and select Audio so we can work on the audio mode. Beautiful, we're ready. Let's work first on the voiceover. I'm going to click on this S in the track so we can isolate this audio track and just hear the voiceover. Pay attention to this vertical bar with numbers on the right side of the timeline. This one is measuring the loudness of the clips. The numbers are decibels, the unit for measuring audio. Voiceover or dialogue is usually between -6, -12 decibels. But I like to keep it closer to -6, -3 decibels being the peak. Usually this will be better for internet delivery, but if you're doing it for theater, you better give it a wider range, so keep it between -6, -12 decibels. Never let your audio reach 0, as it will be peaking and create digital distortion. That's just horrible to the ears. Nobody wants that. Alright, I'm going to select all voiceover clips, then click on dialogue. In loudness, press Auto Match. This will make all audio clips to be all the same loudness level. You can check and manually adjust each individual clip's audio gain by right-clicking on it and selecting Audio Gain. There you can see with the Auto Match it added some decibels to this one. I like to use the shortcut G to open up the audio gain faster. Here you see different clips have added more or less decibels to match with the others. You can also adjust the clip volume at the bottom of the Essentials audio panel, but I don't like using more of this panel actually. If you're in a hurry, it definitely helps to make the audio sound better quickly. In the repair section, you can fix some background noise, rumble, echo. You can fix the voice if the S's are too prominent. Then with the slider, you add more or less of the effect, however you prefer or however it's needed in your clip. Then in the clarity section in Dynamics, it helps to reduce the difference between the loud and quiet sounds. With EQ Equalizer, it can bring up and enhance some other vocal frequencies not perceived yet in the clip. And then in the Creative tab, you can add some effects to help the audio sound in a specific way. Anyways, enough of the Essential Audio panel for now. Let's move on to the Audio Track Mixer. Each one of these lines represent an audio track. You can see the name we put at the beginning, here at the bottom. We're going to add effects and this will be applied to the whole audio track. Click on this arrow at the top left so we can add some effects. In here you will find the effects from the Essentials audio panel, including to remove noise, echo, to add equalizer and compressors. First, we will add the Parametrics equalizer from Filter and EQ. Double-click on it to open it up. I will use the preset Vocal Enhancer. It works pretty well to do a fast fix on the audio. It will add a high-pass filter, cutting off the lower end, the sounds below 40 Hz, which are usually background noises, rumbles, etc. The L point higher up, around 100, gives more depth to the voice. Raise it or lower it a bit if you want to give more depth to your audio. The H point has also been raised all the way up here. This one helps to give the voice a bit of a kick. Try playing with it up and down to see which one works better for your audio. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Sweet! Now let's add a compressor. The compressors help reduce the dynamic range of your audio, meaning the difference between the loudest and quietest peaks of your sound. The compressors I like are the multiband compressor and the dynamics. They work super well and can play around with them easily. Multiband compressor works by dividing the audio in different parts depending on the frequencies of your audio and applying compression to each one of those parts separately. It is great to use in the master audio track, but I have used it for voice dialogue as well. The dynamics effect, on the other hand, lets you add multiple effects at the same time. AutoGate helps to stop certain frequencies from playing, mostly for stopping humming or background noises. The compressor is where you may want to play around. Threshold is the decibel level where the compressor will start to work. Ratio, the level of compression. Attack, how quickly the effect will start when it gets to the threshold level. Release, how slowly the effect will stop when it goes out of the threshold level. And makeup is just gain to adjust and make up for any lost sound. Play around with it, and again, this one has some presets that you can try out. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Let's add now the effect hard limiter. This effect helps to raise the overall audio and limit the peak to whatever we select. I like to use the preset limit to -3, so we rest assured that our voice is not going to touch 0. The maximum amplitude will be the max peaking level of your audio. The input boost will increase the loudness of your audio. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. If you want to know more about how to make your voice sound crispy and clean, check out this video we did about it to make the voice in your videos sound better. Alright, voiceover is ready. Let's do the music. Hi, this is Alex from MASV, the fastest and safest way to deliver all your large media files online. And yes, that includes DCPs. It's very loud right now and doesn't go well with the voiceover at the moment. Music should be between -18, -25 decibels, but this depends on the music and if it's just being played by itself or if it's being mixed with some other audios. Select your music. Click on Music on the audio panel. There, activate the docking section. This will help to bring the music down when the voiceover starts. The default is okay, as we have the voiceover above the music. Just click Generate Keyframes and there they are. If you need to adjust them, move the keyframes to modify when the audio lowers. Click Shift if you don't want the keyframes to move up or down. You can do this manually as well by clicking on the shortcut P for the pen tool and adding as much keyframes as you want. If it's too loud or too quiet, you can modify the volume by clicking on the keyframe and pressing the brackets key. Left one is for lowering the loudness and the right one for bringing the audio up. Each click will raise or lower 1 decibel. You can also select the music and go to Effects Control to manually adjust when the keyframes start and finish, and to grade specifically the decibels you want each keyframe to be at. For fading any kind of audio, I have a shortcut already with the effect Exponential Fade, which can be found on the Effects panel. Drag and drop it to the beginning and/or end of your clip, so you don't have to use keyframes all the time to fade out or fade in. Hi, this is Alex from MASV, the fastest and safest way to deliver all your large media files online. Perfect, now let's do the sound effects. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Learn how to create your own digital cinema package right now. Yeah, these are way too loud. So overpowering. This one should be at -12, -18 decibels, and of course, everything should be lower than your voiceover or dialogue. Let's select all of the sound effects and click on the sound effect option in the Essential Audio panel. Again, auto-match to have them all at the same audio level. Each sound effect might be stronger or fainter, so listen and adjust the volume again with the audio gain. Or click on the brackets shortcut to lower or raise the volume as well. When there aren't any keyframes selected and you press this shortcut, it will automatically adjust the overall volume of your clip. Whew, So many different ways to do things in Premiere. The key is to listen to your audio multiple times and watch to the decibel bars to make sure everything is in order. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Learn how to create your own digital cinema package right now. In this video, I'll show you how to create a DCP file in Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Learn how to create your own digital cinema package right now. That's it, friends. Those are some tips to mix your audio in Premiere so your viewers can get the best experience when watching your videos. Each project is different, so don't be afraid to try out the presets that Premiere offers to fix any of the problems that you may have had during production. Also, don't forget to click in the description box below for your free trial with MASV. Maybe you don't want to do the audio mixing and need to send your project to another colleague to finish it. We're here to help you out. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please help us with that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel so we can bring you more filmmaking tutorials. Let us know in the comments if you have any question and what do you want to watch in our next video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!